Stand up in. No. Check. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
On first down, Welch. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Copeland in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Now let's go. Green, 39. Leopard, 319. Leopard, over. Hurry up.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Check 31. There we go. 36. Ram.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd down following the run. Now a handoff looking right. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. 20! Touchdown, Philadelphia! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On 1st and 10, Welch. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. I'm coming after you. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down, Welch. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And a great move again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now let's go. Green, 30.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back to throw. Welch to the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing on first down. Welch. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Lucky 56. No, here we go. Patriot. Green, 39. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Throwing after the interception. Welch. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Sunday. Check.
Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Defense showing blitz. To throw, it's Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Here we go. Lady. Even. 4 down. Even.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Being chased out left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Welch. A dump off to Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A give to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Woo! You got him! You got him! You got him! Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. Leopard! Leopard! Watch it! Over!
Operating from the gun. Welch. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 39. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Under 10.
Play clock winding down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Single. Check
40. Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Tyrod Taylor, an early touchdown pass in that one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Double tight. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hurry up, here we go. No, check, Patriots.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got 11. Set. Please. No. Check. Patriot.
Perriman in motion right.
Let's go. Check. Motion to the backfield. No. Check. Patriot. Check 6 guys. All right, now, lucky 56.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his target. That's more. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On 1st down, Welch out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know you felt that one. Here we go now. Green. Leopard. Check 9. Detroit. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, watch 12. No. Check. Patriot. Let's go. Patriot. Green, 39. Green, 30. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Welch. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Let's go, crowd. Watch him now, Barney.
To throw on second down, Welch. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 24. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Bunch formation. Come on,
Hey,
boys,
Ford,
come on.
Tokyo! Here we go. 120!
Hey, 17 George, watch 17.
Sunday.
It's just me and you.
Ram.
Jam him.
Tyson.
On second down, here's Wentz. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he's unable to grab it.
Check three.
Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Tight end right. Four down.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down. Looking to throw. Welch. That is caught. It's Perriman. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Man left.
Now let's go!
Five down.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Double tight. All right, here we go. Odd. Five down. Stand up in. No. Check. Turn
On second down, Elliott. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Green, 39, gone.
On third down, Welch. That's caught out left by Perriman. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Halfback sent in motion.
5 down. Stand up in.
Throwing on first down, Welch. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Let's go, Stance. Make some noise.
No. Check. Patriot.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down, Welch. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here we go.
Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
Ram. Hey, Tokyo. Waiting. Hey, ram. Shift. Ram.
Showing A.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Sunday.
Throwing is Wentz. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
3:19. Leopard.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Jets out to the early lead. Tyrod Taylor with 1 touchdown pass thus far. A final shot before break. Welch, he's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete. So we've come up. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. This will be fielded at the 8. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Here we go. Back.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Switch. Big edge. Alert 3.
Flex round. Here we go.
Crash.
Ohio.
Room here to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw on second down. Welch. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Kendricks in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Detroit!
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get loud. I want to hear you. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, now, look at 56. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
Back to throw. Welch. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just... You're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
All day, every day, any day.
From the gun, Welch. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
I smell fear in that offense. Here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go again.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The slot man in motion right.
Over.
Go. Let's go.
Gun.
Off the bootleg. Welch. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On first down, Welch. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
All right, here we go.
24.
Detroit. You don't know no better.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Come on, y'all. Let's go. Get up.
On first and 10, Welch.
Go.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Left coming.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right on the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Lay down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
I don't think you got it, son.
Set.
Operating from the gun, Welch.
Go, T. All day, T.
Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Off the bootleg, Welch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this is caught in the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time out. Another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
No. Check. Patriot. Oh, let's go, D. Hurry up.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Check pass.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And it's taken in at the 9. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Welch. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now let's go. 3.
To throw on third down, Welch. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, tight. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he'll bang that one through. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. To throw on second down, Welch. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Welch. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Gotta do better. Come on.
Here we go now. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going up top, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door.
Watch right. We got
Leopard.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
He's checking. Crash.
Leopard.
No.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go now.
And again this time to the tailback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Copeland in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Roger. Now let's go. Blue 90.
In motion left, Robinson.
Switch.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And some space here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Motion.
Off the play fake. Welch. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. In motion right is Robinson. On third down, it's Cannon. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Over!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Cowboys on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. In motion right is Robinson. On third down, Welch. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Set! Green 39!
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Strong right. Ohio! Here we go! Red 38!
And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! Red 38!
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And they're definitely showing blitz here.
39. Over. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw caught right around the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Leopard! All right, now, look at 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Welch. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back to throw. Welch. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
No, check, Patriot. Woo, let's go, boys, bring it up. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit. Watch the whip.
From the gun, Welch. And this is caught. He hits more. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Tight end right. Set.
He'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. All right, here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and
rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And, look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. Broken tackle. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Copeland able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Welch. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Now let's go.
Off play action. Welch. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Copeland getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Welch. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
Patriot. Now let's go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Welch to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.